Hi, welcome to Paulus Dairy here. My name is Andy Paulus. We are located here in Fredonia, Wisconsin, Ozaukee County.
My name is Tiffany Schneider. I am a large animal vet and the herdsperson here. Paulus Dairy is owned by my parents, Mike and Lori Paulus, and my brother Andy. We have about 1,500 cows, with all the young stock, about 3,000 in total. We run about 2,000 acres, mostly hay and corn for silage for the cows.
We farmed here ever since I was in high school. Started this back in 1975. We were milking in a stanchion barn on my homestead. At that time, we started with 33 cows, and from there we moved on.
When I was in high school, we kind of started to expand a little bit more. And 2011 was kind of the biggest expansion. We had kind of grown and grown a little bit here and there, but 2011 was the first big expansion. We put up our first 600 cow barn. With that came the parlor. At the time it was a double 13. And then in 2015, then we built on the other barn. So the two barns are identical, and then we expanded the parlor to a double 20. So that's kind of where we are right now.
We are milking in a double 20 rapid exit parlor. We basically have makeup of alfalfa and corn for corn silage. We buy most of our dry corn in there and our commodities, cottonseed, and a wet distillers. It comes back to saying you are what you eat, and if we can't get good quality crops into the cows, they're not going to perform at their highest. So if we can put high quality feed in front of the cattle, that's just going to make everyone's life a lot better.
We are currently in the barn that is at my aunt and uncle's house. This barn is actually at the homestead where my dad grew up. This used to be a stanchion barn in here. We remodeled it, we put the calf pens in here. The calves, after they're born at our home farm, come here. They stay here until they're around 4 months of age. Then they go to two other facilities, one of them being my grandpa's farm where my mom grew up. They come back here and they are bred here, and then they go to another facility as pregnant heifers, and then they come back to freshen at the home farm. Overall, cow comfort, animal husbandry is extremely important to us. Whether it's at the calf level, heifer level, cow level, they give to us what we give to them.
In our main milking facility, freestall barns, is all sand bedding. That is the king of bedding, we feel. The sand really provides us with optimal cow health, udder health, and keeping the animal clean. The calves are all straw, bedded 3 times a week. I keep that calf nice and healthy, clean, because basically when that calf is here, that is the future of our herd. Anything that we can change on our end to make better environment for the calf, heifer, and cow, that just helps us and the cow in the future.
We use the SRS program with Central Star. That allows us to kind of manage where we are now, see where our genetics are, where we're heading.
About 4 years ago, we narrowed down our selection a little bit. We started using more genomic bulls with the proven and the genomics in that, and I think that's going to be here to stay. Currently, we are using 2 genomic bulls and 2 proven bulls in our lineup right now. Basically, we are breeding a moderate-sized cow, but also a very efficient cow.
We also do use a little beef. We breed lower producing cows, cows who've maybe been bred 3 or more times, breeding them to Angus, and just continually increasing the genetic profile of our herd.
Right now, had a lot of luck with sex semen, smaller heifer calves at birth, heifers getting through that calving with no problems. You know, there's nothing better than getting up in the morning and seeing a nice heifer freshened, calf is laying there, cow's good, you know, because it's just easier on the cows.
May of 2018, we finally decided to go to the Cow Manager. We did a lot of research on it. I think Cow Manager really is giving us a good snapshot of what that cow is doing.
I would like to think that we are good herdsmen and we do know our cows, but it still does beat us to the punch with cows. Dennis and I will lock up a cow who came up on Cow Manager, and we'll kind of look at each other like, be honest, would you have grabbed her? And we're like, no, we went dove.
The other day, they came with a cow that her rumination had fallen off. There is no way Even the best herdsman would have picked that cow out as having a DA this morning. But she was in the early stages, got her fixed up, and away she goes. She doesn't have that 2 or 3 day slide. She's up and running right away.
With the dairy industry changing so rapidly, the farming community has to adapt. Everything we do today will affect tomorrow. I think that's where part of the family comes into our family farm, is that we want to be here, we want to pass it on. We want to give it to our kids. We want to make sure that we are here in 5, 10, 15, 20 years and plus.
We make daily decisions on sustainability. The decisions that we make are for our future. I have 3 little kids. I would love them to have a farm to transition into. I hope they enjoy agriculture as much as I do.
When we expanded in 2011, that was a major, major step. That set the future for our kids and their kids. You've got to constantly be looking at what's best for your farm. Maybe it's not the thing that neighbor's going to do, but for your farm, that's what you got to look out for.
Right now, our particular dairy, we're in a kind of a lull. It seems like we've been expanding every year. We're not so focused on expanding right now as we are fine-tuning and making sure that everything we're doing is for the benefit of the cow and where we can watch our bottom dollar.
How are we going to sustain that we're here in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? I think that comes teaching what we've learned over the past years onto our kids and our top employees. Because if we want this thing to succeed, we've got to be teachers.
I guess I'm the most proud that we are still a family farm, committed to ourselves to help out in the community. We have 4 great kids and in-laws, grandkids, and we try to raise them right.